Well, fans of Lolo Reads, we've made it to episode 100 of Armistead Maupin's The Tales of the City. It is not the final chapter, we're getting very close to the end of the book, but it is the 100th chapter for those of you that have stayed with me this long. The 100th chapter is The Doctor is In. And by special demand, we have a special treat for you with the 100th for sticking it with us this long. And so by popular demand comes the return of the unicorn onesie. So here we go with Lolo Reads episode 100, The Doctor is In. Beecham decided to drink his lunch at Wilkes Bashford. There, amidst the wicker and lucite and cool plaster walls, he downed 3 Negronis while he tried on a pair of $225 Walter Neuberger boots. He was fitted by Walter Neuberger himself. "How do they feel?" asked the designer. "Heaven," said Beecham. "Exactly the right amount of Campari." "The boots, Beecham. You can stand up, can't you?" Beecham smiled roguishly. "Only when absolutely necessary." "Look, where's your phone?" "There's one in the mirror room." Beecham lurched into the mirror room and dialed John's office at 450 Sutter. "Hi, Blondie." "Good afternoon." "I'm in the neighborhood, hot stuff. Why don't we rent a room at the Mark Twain and have a nooner?" "I'm quite busy right now. If you'll check with my receptionist later, I'm sure—" "Oh, I get it." "Good. You've got a customer in the office with you." "That's correct." "Is she cute?" "I'm sorry, I can't discuss—" "Aw, come on. Just tell me if she's cute." "I have to go now." "She can't be cuter than me, can she?" The doctor hung up. Beecham laughed out loud, leaning against the stuffed cotton cactus in the mirror room. Then he sauntered back to the bar where the shoe designer was standing. "Charge him," said Beecham. The old man was apparently still having lunch at the Villa Taverna. Beecham ambled into the executive suite and made a few mental notes to himself. The space wasn't bad, actually. Clean lines and fairly decent track lighting. Once you've got rid of those god-awful Hunt prints and tired Barcelona chairs, Tony Hale could probably do something really stunning with baskets and a few ficus trees and maybe some ostrich eggs on the shelf behind the "Is there something you're looking for?" It was Marianne, being very territorial about the old man's lair. "No," he said flatly. "Mr. Halcyon won't be back until 2. Beecham shrugged. "Fine." She stood stonily in the doorway until he had walked past her and back down to his own office down the hall. That night, Marianne submitted to an urge that had plagued her all week. She told Michael about Norman and the weird night at the beach chalet. Michael shrugged it off. "What's the big deal? You're a foxy lady. You break hearts. That's not your fault." "It's not the point, Mouse. I just can't shake the feeling that he's up to something." "Sounds like he's blowing smoke." "What?" "Trying to impress you. Have you talked to him since then?" "Once or twice. Just superficial stuff. He bought me an ice cream at Swenson's. There's something terribly, I don't know, desperate about him. It's like he's biding his time, waiting to prove something to me." "Look, if you were 44 years old and selling vitamins door to door—" "But he isn't. I'm sure of it. He told me he isn't. And I believe him. He sure carries that stupid Nutrivin case around with him enough." "He's fooling people, Michael. I don't know why, but he is." Michael grinned devilishly. "There's one way to find out." "What?" "I know where Mrs. Madrigal keeps the extra keys. Oh, Mouse, no, forget it, I couldn't. He's gone tonight. I saw him leave. Mouse, no. Oh, okay. How about a movie then? Mouse? Huh? Do you really think I'm a foxy lady?